shit. Can't you see I must it? Like,
Morning, afternoon, wherever you lot are in the world right now. Me, I'm in London. Understand? Home of the Gunners. Just thought I'd fucking make a quick video talking, cause I don't normally talk. People probably think I can't talk, or like, you know, I'm impaired from talking or something like that, but it's not even so. I just don't like talking. But then you might find people that say I talk too much. It's just fucked, innit? Like, maybe man just have to find the right balance. But yeah, fuck him. I'm just hair messed up, man. I don't give a fuck. Cause if I can do it like this, then man can do it anytime, innit? When man's a bit more like appropriate for the day. But anyway, yeah, boom. Come to address a few little things. What am I gonna start with? We're gonna start with this. What you see right now is not a studio. It's my shed. I just had to make it a bit comfortable. And also, there's some musical equipment in here, some other equipment that was being used but that's not being used no more, so they're just in here. They do work, but they're in here. The reason why I'm talking about my shed in this manner is because when people come in here, sometimes, because this is where I spoke and everything, always ask me the question, what, like, you do music, yeah, what, it's a studio, yeah? Or like, along those lines anyway, like, more patronising. Well, to me it feels patronising, like, because obviously when you, it's not a studio, come on, like, it's just not a studio, is it? Like, so, don't, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird when they say it to me, like, what, your studio? Yeah, but it's not a studio, blood. Like, don't take me for a dickhead, blood. You know what I mean? Basically, like, maybe they're not meaning to, but make me feel like I'm a dickhead because, like, I know what a studio is, innit? Like, and if I'm gonna go in a studio, I'm gonna go in a proper studio, innit? Like, you understand? And even if it's not like a multi-million-pound studio, it's gonna be a studio to a certain level, innit? To a certain grade, innit? Like, but come on, you know, chat. It's not a fucking studio, innit? Like, you get me? This is where I chill. You know, I do my thing. And when you come in here, you'll hear music, you get me? Because music follows me everywhere more time. So that's what it is. But it doesn't mean that's a studio, innit? Do you understand? Say if I'm in my house and I'm chilling and you hear music, you're gonna ask me, is that a studio? Like, cool. It's got the potential to be a studio. Yeah, cool, alright, whatever. There's a lot of places that got potential to be a fucking studio. A toilet's got a fucking potential to be. Anywhere can be a blood clot studio, but when you see the world isn't right now, you can do anything anywhere. So anyway, that's not a thing. Yeah, so this is not a studio. Anyway, what else? Who am I? Well, I am nobody. Simple as that. Move on. Nobody out now. All platforms. Go check that. What else is there? Who am I? Oh, not who am I. I already just told you that I'm nobody. Where am I from? Alright. This is going to be a bit long, but if I just tell you where I'm from on that one. I'm from East London. That's where I was raised. Simple. I was raised in East London. And I was born in Brussels. And as you can see, I'm a black man, yeah? Which means my origins must come from Africa, yeah? Particularly West Africa, yeah? And I'm Yoruba. Now this is where it's gonna get technical there, like, car. If I'm on the street or from anywhere and I meet anyone and they ask me where am I from, and I tell them I'm Yoruba, they normally come back and be like, you mean you're Nigerian? Yeah, like to say, like, I'm ashamed to say I'm Nigerian or something, which I'm not ashamed to say I'm Nigerian. I don't, yeah, but it's just, I don't claim to be Nigerian. So I can't be ashamed to be Nigerian when I don't claim to be Nigerian. Nah. When I was a bit younger, I didn't have certain knowledges, I didn't know certain things. And what it is, another thing is that I like history. I like geography. And there's in those realms there, history and geography, those realms there, there's some other things in those realms there, and I like those things, and I'm interested in those things. So in my spare time, out of music, out of doing wild shit, yeah, that's where I put my head. That's where I put my interest, yeah. So, from my learnings and my knowledge from that realm, my diagnosis of myself is that I'm Yoruba, and I know that I'm Yoruba because my parents, my family, cousins, all of those people speak Yoruba. They don't speak, as their first language, yeah, as their first language. They don't speak English as their first language, yeah. They don't speak Nigerian as their first language. They speak Yoruba as their first language. Now me, being that I've never been to Nigeria, being that I've never been to Africa, and I can only be my environment and my surroundings, which is London most of the time. Although I was born in Brussels, remember this, but I came to London when I was 9 months old. So I don't have no recollection of living in Brussels or the environment of Brussels. Although I was born in Brussels, yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah, I came here when I was 8 to 9 months old. London. And I've not left London because of certain reasons. Not because I'm illegal or some bullshit like that, because I've just never left London, because I don't like flying, one thing, yeah? And I just never left London, and you will call me whatever you want, wherever it is, innit? I just never left London. So London is my environment, East London particularly. So that's why I talk like the way I talk, yeah? It's an East London way of talking, yeah? And it goes deeper than this. I could get much more East London if I want, but it's not natural. So I'm talking to you with my natural voice right now. I could get African with you. It's not natural. I can get Caribbean with you. It's not natural. Yeah, I can get a lot of things with you. Yeah, but not natural. Now, African, Caribbean, and the Cockney, like being proper Cockney. You know what I mean? Like proper Cockney. Now, they're easy to me. Like very easy. It's like it's almost natural, but it's not natural. It's not how I'm talking now. You understand? It just comes off my tongue. Now, but I could get out of those three, being like East London, Cockney, African, yeah, West African, yeah, you know, with the accent, yeah, or a bit Caribbean. But even that Caribbean I'm talking about, it's not like home Caribbean. I can't speak like no, I can't speak like no yardie, basically. You understand? I can't speak like fucking a Rasta man. You understand? But from a London point of view, I could speak like I'm a Caribbean youth. From a London raised Caribbean youth, I could speak that because most of my people, most of my friends, and how I grew up in East London around Caribbeans, mostly, yeah, it's easy for me to like speak like that. You understand? Simple, like, just like how I just said that. You understand? Even I would say that's more natural to me than all of them. Probably than all of them, even the Cockney. You understand? Like that. Because when I see people that are proper Cockney and are black like me, I'm like, rotted, blood. Like, why is man speaking like that for? Like, do you understand me? Although I can speak Cockney, but that is like, right, bruv, you're going far, bro. Like, you're over there, mate. You're over there, mate. Fucking hell. Do you understand me? I speak like this, but I can do that. Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, I can do that. You understand? Easy. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. I told you it's going to be long. So, yeah, I'm Yoruba because my mum and my family and everyone else that came from what they call or what you call Nigeria, and if you ask them where they're from, they will tell you that they are Nigerian. Yeah, but me, as far as I'm concerned, they speak Yoruba, and they all speak Yoruba. You can't find me nobody, absolutely nobody, that speaks Nigerian. If you can, then I would tell you I'm Nigerian because, well, then as a matter of fact, no, I won't tell you. Because if you can find me someone that speaks Nigerian, call for them. But where I am here right now, they speak Yoruba. And that's all I know. So that's that, yeah? So that's why I say I am Yoruba. You understand? Now, I know that Yoruba as well is still when it comes to history and all those type of things, it's still not 100% correct because it's still a name given by outsiders. But most of the time, names are like that in general. Your name, my name right now, never got given by myself. Unless you want to talk about spiritually, it never given by myself. It got given to me by my mother, or my father, or an auntie, or a godmother, or whatever it may be, whatever the case may be. On that one, yeah, they give you the name. Someone outside of you gives you the name. So as for us, the Yoruba people, someone outside of us gave us that name. But that name is a name that puts everybody under one umbrella, under one in one place, in order for you to understand and know who those people are. Now that would be the same case for Nigerians, but the only thing about that is that there isn't a culture with that. What Nigerian is, there isn't a culture. There's no linguistics with that. It's just that it's just the people that they put under all the one umbrella, but you don't know who those people. They haven't got a culture. They haven't got a language. You understand? They have individually. You understand? And they've got lands where those cultures come from, where you can identify them individually. You understand? Those cultures, but as a one, yeah, there isn't a culture. It's the same way how people will say the British haven't got no culture. What do you mean the British ain't got no culture? You can see culture everywhere. But people will say to you, no, that came from the Indians, that came from the Chinese, that came from the Americans, that came from the Africans, that came from fucking France, that came from whatever, and whatever. And together, it makes Britain. But then they say the English or the British don't have no culture because they still everything. Well, that would be the same case for Nigerians in the fact that they don't have, as a nation, as a nation, they don't have a culture. There isn't a culture. The people have a culture, individually. You understand? Now, those people that have the culture and that are under the umbrella, when they come out of that environment, meaning what they call Nigeria, it's up to them what they choose to call themselves, basically. And it depends how long they've been out of that nation for. You understand me? Because if a man's been out, or a woman has been out of that nation for over 100 years, and now they've had offspring in another nation, and another offspring, and then now it's nearly 200 years has gone, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say? It's been 3 generations in that 200, or 3 or 4 generations. Well, they will choose to identify with their environment and what is around them and what's left over from that culture, basically. And it now might even be transformed to be even something else. The root of it might have come from there and another place or whatever it may be, or accumulation of something, meaning they've come from one place to another place and now they hear something's happened and now they call themselves this. You understand? That's what happens, basically. But back to me, I ain't never been to Africa, so I can only tell you where I'm from and my environment. And my rooted environment is Yoruba, yeah? And in Nigeria, what they call Nigeria now, people speak Yoruba. And in London, what we call London now, some people, maybe a small number of people, yeah? But to black people, it's a large amount of people. Because they call us the minority, we're the minority in Britain. But that minority is a large proportion that speak Yoruba and other languages as well, yeah? But other than English and the broken Englishes, which are Pidgin African, you got Patois, it's a broken English, and some other ones. Other than those ones, a lot of people speak in Yoruba, yeah? On that one. In America, same thing, as how I've just broke it down here. And South America, same thing, how I broke it down. And in Europe, same way, how I just broke it down to you now. Understand? So, on that one, yeah, when you ask me where am I from, I say I'm Yoruba. Because, like I said to you, there is an umbrella term for certain people, and they call them Yoruba, and they live in the Yoruba land in West Africa, which that land now, a lot of that land now is being amalgamated, if that's the right word, or put together, or what's the word? A combination of other places as well, tribes in other places and lands in other places to make what they call Nigeria today. But that got nothing to do with me. That's their own politics. They got nothing to do. I've never been there to even know what the politics is. All I know is that there's a place there called Yoruba land that people named Yoruba land and named the people that live in those lands Yoruba people, and that's where my parents came from. and that's where their roots have been from. God knows how long. I don't know. I can't say I don't know. I don't know. I do know some of the history, but it's, how would I say? It's not on point. It's not completely on point, but that's where they're from. And then Nigeria is just a thing. It's just a nation that got made whenever it got made. Whenever that was. I know when it was. Whenever it was. Put it this way, they've only been, how many, I don't know if it's 60 years, 65, I don't know how many years independence it is now, but that should show you how old that nation is, basically, in terms of freedom. So, when you ask me who I am, where am I from, well, I'm Yoruba, simple. That's where I came from. I came from the Yoruba bloodline. I came from the Yoruba seed. I didn't come from Nigerians. Yeah, that don't make sense to me. To my parents, it does to them, because that's where they came from. You understand? Like, yeah, understand me? It's like if I go to America and they ask me where I come from, I might say, you understand? I might say I came from Britain. And then that might make sense to them, and that probably will make sense to them, and that's how it is to say Nigeria. It makes sense to a lot of people. But to me, although it makes sense, it don't make sense to my heart. You understand? Don't make sense to my heart. It's just simple, yeah? Simple as that. I like to be free. I like to be free to say what the fuck I want and say who the fuck I am, and no one says shit, no one can't say shit to me. So that's that done on that part. Have I got anything else to say? Nah, I think that's about it. I'm smoke my weed and chill out. Go check me on all music platforms, TMN Triggs, or take time out now. All platforms anyway. You find it, TMN Triggs. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Should be more videos coming soon. I've got a lot of things popping. Hopefully they'll get done. You know how it goes sometimes, and it's like you've got so much shit on your brain, and half of it don't get done. But hopefully I will get all of it done. I got some new music coming soon. What else is happening? I got these. I got a freestyle mixtape / album thing coming. Basically, off my first release ever, Holy Moly. Basically, I got a couple freestyles. 14, the lucky number 14. Freestyles coming. So 14 freestyles coming. That's about it, man. That's about it for now. Let me sign out.
Coming like, better not stumble. We go, we go. We go.